Check yourself before you wreck yourself is a phrase best personified by SuperSperg97. Thanks to how he continuously makes this situation worse for himself. You may recall the time I called him a friend over last month's drama, but after this, he's royally fucked up, and I've held no punches at any point in this, and I'm especially done now. So let's dive right into all the ways he's fucked up. So all this started when Krilix decided to test his streaming equipment because he had a big day the next day with the permanent residents of the short bus. And he wanted to respond to some videos from the Act-Man drama that he was involved in that he didn't get around to. And the video he chose was Smash's hour-long video, the one that's conveniently been deleted so that he can cover his ass better. I was the one that noticed the stream at first. I finally got a smoke break at work, and I decided to check my YouTube and check my DMs at the same time and saw Smash was telling me shit I already know about the G-Coops situation. So I decided to let him know about the fact that Krilix was streaming, and the dominoes fell from there. Since I knew Smash couldn't handle any bit of criticism no matter how small it is, I knew this was going to be a shit show. And lo and behold, it was, since around the halfway point in that stream, he finally shows up in the chat and starts deflecting over every minor point brought up by Krilix. Even when they're completely valid, like the fact that he has way too much dead air and he's way too monotone, something that is a legitimate problem with Smash in his videos, because watching his G-Coops video genuinely put me to sleep, because he kept going on and on about points that didn't really connect, and shit I already know. That and the fact that he has literally no personality in his videos whatsoever. But all that, Smash had to deflect. And this went on and on while I had to go back into work, so I missed out on some of the specialtism that eventually led into a Halo 1v1, one that Smash of course sucked at, and then he started mulling over that for hours on end, and this entire drama kept going on until around midnight when I finally got another break, and I was able to see the peak of him being so petty, particularly towards Nier and Psycho, saying things like, oh well at least I didn't have to change my name in order to be famous, or oh but y'all are small YouTubers too, said by someone who has nearly 6,000 subs, yet gets jack shit for views. And real quick, let's dive into that one real quick, because he kept arguing back and forth about this one, and this isn't the first time he did it, because he still seems to think that because one video out of the thousands he has on his channel got 1 million views, that he's somehow relevant. Setting aside the fact that video was over 4 years ago and he can't get anywhere near that much now, this kind of attitude just honestly reminds me of those dipshits that still wear their high school Letterman jackets in their late 20s and act like people are still impressed by that field goal they got when they were like 14. Yeah, you ain't hot shit, Smash, and you never were. Because let's do another surgical dissection real quick. Of that 1.4 million you got, only 38,000 actually liked it. And the little sequel you did to it didn't even get a seventh of those views. And the downward trend does not stop there. And as a final note on how dead of a channel this is, your most viewed video in the last year was the Act-Man and Arena Shooter drama. But still, how many views and likes did you get on that video? Less than what I got from one shitpost on Jim fucking Sterling, who is more of a dead horse than this Act-Man drama ever was when it started. Oof. But anywho, the drama kept going on in the Discord, and Smash loves to bring up the fact that he got shit talk from everyone in this. And that's what he loves focusing on, as if no one else did anything other than shit talk him. Never mind the fact that Krilix had 3 hours worth of criticism for him. And never mind people like Z-Nexus who were telling him, dude, just take a time out and take a breather. Nope, it was nothing but shit talk. But what Smash conveniently leaves out is how he egged it on with things like, bro, you ain't a real YouTuber though. So anytime he brings it up later on in this drama, just keep that in mind, that he brought this on himself, in every sense of the word. But by the time I got back around to the drama and I joined in, pulling him back down to reality, he finally realized he wasn't going to win this one. He had the entire server against him, and Psycho, or one of his mods being fed up with this bullshit, made the right call in giving him a timeout. But Smash decided to take that wholesale and leave the server entirely, where he then ran off to Twitter to leave this little gem for us all. I didn't know I was surrounded by fakes. And as you can imagine, we didn't let up on this tweet here, which is why this tweet happens to have 3,000 views and no likes, but plenty of people roasting him alive. I'm not going to dive into every single one because it's not relevant, but let's run through the highlights real quick. My personal favorite being Psycho's, who really tried with Smash. He absolutely put the most work into this, next to me maybe, but still. I was literally trying to tell you that even when we do provide constructive criticism on how you can improve, you just deflect and turn petty. But now you're going to call me fake? Bro. Grow up. You can start improving by not taking internet crap so seriously. And you know, straight up Smash, you take this shit way too personally. Like, getting some basic criticism on the internet is not the end of the world, yet you treat it like it is every single time. And of course he had to bring up the fact that he didn't get any actual criticism but just shit talk, because all of it was completely undeserved, totally. And yes, some of it did dissolve into some shit talk, but that's the internet in general, especially when you're gonna not only double down on a bad take, but triple and quadruple down. That's literally why everyone in the server went after G-Coops. And it's not our fault that he's going to be blindsided by the fact that some people decided to give him some insults. And at that point, the conversation kept going around in circles with, oh, but what was the criticism? I didn't get any. And Psycho literally having to spoon feed every little thing to him, oftentimes with photographic evidence that Smash would just completely ignore, because that didn't fit his narrative. So you know what the best criticism he got was? From Brother Nier saying, delete your channel. Straight up. But that's just one layer to the retardation. And maybe it's just my narcissism speaking for this part, but I'd say my tweet summarized it best. Bruh, just stick the tampon in and get over yourself already. If you're wondering why I decided to make a period joke out of this, it's because I had a little sense of deja vu here. Because one thing I barely brought up when discussing Smash's L during the Hypocrite Hunter drama last month was the backlash he got in the Discord server after bringing up Lolicon. And after everyone called him out for being that much of a retard, he decided to leave the server and ran off to Twitter to cry about it again. So if this is going to become a monthly occurrence, why not make fun of it? But in actuality, there's one even better than that, because the stars couldn't have aligned more perfectly with Hypocrite Hunter joining in on this, pointing out the fucking irony in him claiming that he's surrounded by fakes, yet the very next day he was trying to butter back up to Nier. That and of course bringing up a few other examples of him and Smash's beef. And Smash, in typical fashion, decided to deflect on that one, by bringing up shit that has no relevance whatsoever, by bringing up the fact that Hypocrite Hunter last month made fun of someone for overcoming alcohol, as if that has any relevance on this topic whatsoever. And I want you to pocket this little thing of Smash, where he keeps bringing up things that happened well in the past, as if they have any relevance now. Cause, ooh boy, you're really gonna love when he does that one again later on. But hey, spoilers. That and the fact that Smash just cannot take any bit of criticism without deflecting in some way. Because another thing related to Hypocrite Hunter was when me and him smashed our beef over last month's drama, and I added on to Smash's ale by pointing out the fact that if he was really sussed out by Hypocrite Hunter's little anime playlist and such, to the point that he thought Lolicon was on the table at any point at all, he could have done this crazy thing called watch the playlist, and then figure it out before he made an ass of himself. And what did he have to say to that? Well, someone else brought it up first, so, as if that answers anything on why you made an ass of yourself by making that god-awful assumption. But sure, Smash, keep on huffing that copium. And I know Hypocrite Hunter didn't have this planned out in any way, shape, or form, because he takes his time to make his videos. He has his own life outside of YouTube. Perfectly fine, we all have it. But the fact this came out just in time for this drama, it's just perfect. And there's only one thing left to say at this point.
Jackpot.
As you can imagine, Smash, he was malding for days, because the night this all went down, he decided to run to his server to cry about how he can't take this no more, finally completing his transformation into Wings of Smash. That and days later when someone else brought up the fact that one of Sean's lolicons finally got banned off Twitter, they were celebrating and decide, yes, we gotta show this to Brother Nier and Psycho. Smash of course had to sour the mood, be like, oh, we don't talk about them no more. I don't want to talk about why though. And my favorite is the fact that he joined my Discord server just to leave as soon as he saw Nier was also in it. Like this dude was knee deep in copium over this bullshit that he started and brought onto himself. And he decided in his infinite wisdom, the best course of action was restarting the drama. Because when Hypocrite Hunter decided to make a community post announcing his video was coming, Smash decided to share that post with the caption, "They say the man has lost his meaning of addiction. Everyone has their favorites, isn't that right, Brother Nier?" Because, you know, when you're gonna revive a drama, you might as well get everyone involved. And Brother Nier, he was not happy about this at all because of a conversation that happened the day before this, which we're gonna get into. I know we go all over the place, but that's because Smash just really could not stop digging this hole deeper for himself. And for this one in particular, he decided to go the haha, I was just joking route, by going, oh, you know it's true. If you joke, it's A-okay, but if I do it, then it's a different story. Nier, of course, being completely done with him, said, I don't give a fuck what you're even joking about. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth. And of course, when Psycho got in saying to make up your fucking mind over this bullshit because of how fake Smash is being, he deflected with, oh, I didn't lie. Y'all can't my DMs, though. You know, I feel like someone else decided to make a big old bitch fest over the fact that someone else's audience members came into their DMs and said stupid shit. But I can't remember who might have said that and how they might have been a bitch about it, huh?
But here's the thing. Griffin's fanbase is basically no different. His fanbase will go their way to harass people on the internet that they don't like because of what they say on YouTube or Discord.
And that is my problem how. I never once have told people to go to a YouTube video and go dislike bomb it, go report it, leave nasty comments. Like, never once, man. I don't encourage people to go do that shit, and it's stupid to assume that I have any sort of control what those people are gonna go do in their own free time.
I mean, you just really love to see it. But at that point, Smash decided to give up on this and demand that we all give him examples of the criticism he was getting in that stream, because he can't be bothered to watch it himself. And he pulled the same bullshit with me when I was discussing the drama on Hypocrite Hunter's post there, by demanding examples, only to completely ignore the criticism I give him, and hyperfixate on the joke I make at the end, freaking out over me even suggesting that he and Road Breach might be a thing. But he pulled this bullshit on Psycho, and he got especially pissed off, because at this point it was like talking to a brick wall. And after driving the conversation in circles again with the then help me thing for the second time in a row, Psycho dropped the best line. Bruh, this isn't how it works. You really are the next Game King. I gave you criticism and we all tried helping you, but it isn't up to us to make you improve. You have to be the adult, and you have to make those changes for yourself. Couldn't have said it better myself, Psycho. And following this, he swore he had some thinking he needed to do, and even came to my DM saying something about it, and I decided to make a little post about it. Because it was funny seeing just how far this has gone over something that really didn't need to, because this is the easiest situation to not put yourself into. But Smash at every turn keeps digging the hole deeper for himself, like I said. And I was especially short with him, because if he's going to be this dedicated to being this retarded, then yeah, I have no patience for that. And of course, the day after this, he decided to come to my DMs again, saying that he didn't know how he was going to handle himself when explaining his side of the story, as if there was any side that we didn't already know. But I specifically told him, no matter what he does, not to deflect, and to not make any excuses anymore. And what does the motherfucker start doing? He starts making excuses of his anxiety, and how he started losing weight from vomiting, and all this bullshit. You know exactly what Road Breach did when he decided to bring up his autism as an excuse. So Road Smash has officially been confirmed. Can't wait for the wedding on that one. But then the conversation got derailed with all these other stories of our past and such like that, because I wasn't taking this seriously at all. He shouldn't either, but of course he was. And then he showed me the progress he made on his little apology. And mind you, the apology he listed, that's the fixed version. As bad as it was, that's the one that I helped him fix up. The original was so much worse, with him leaning even further into his anxiety as an excuse. But he started off vague because he's terrible at making apologies. I mean, no apology was really going to fix all the shit he started. And to Nier especially, since he said he was going to save him for last. I straight up told him, just leave Nier out of it. You royally burned that bridge. And why did he do that? Let's dive into that one real quick. Now, Nier didn't show the evidence of it in my server when he brought this up, but he said that Smash tried to take credit for the fact that Nier didn't kill himself back when the Griffin drama happened 2 years ago. Yeah, he really did stoop that fucking low. I told him to keep it as short as possible and say, oh, I'm sorry for just acting petty towards you, and leave it at that, because nothing was going to fix what he said. And how did he respond to this? It's Smash, so of course, he deflected by saying, oh, but I never said I was the sole reason why he's alive. I was saying that I was telling people on my Discord to check on him and make sure he didn't kill himself afterwards. And I was also so worried because I didn't want Mischief to feel responsible after Nier got caught lying in his apology. That, and of course bringing up the fact that Nier supposedly dodged a question with another question, but again, no screenshot whatsoever, because he knows he's in the wrong on this one. And I decided I wasn't even going to bother arguing on this one. If he's not going to show any evidence, then I'm not going to believe him. And while Nier didn't show any evidence at first, I was more than willing to believe him, because I know Smash's history of bringing up past shit that has no relevance whatsoever on a current topic, and how he loves moving the goalpost around, like he just did here. And again, Nier didn't show any evidence at first, but he recently did, and it's just as petty as you'd expect, with Smash outright saying, let me remind you that I sent everyone on my server to make sure your ass didn't die. And then when Nier rightfully brings up the fact that he's fucking disgusting for saying something like that, he tries to act retarded and be like, but what did I say specifically? I've made multiple videos on you, so I don't know which one I said that on specifically. And if you're wondering, it's of course the one that he's deleted in order to cover his ass. But yeah, at that point, Brother Nier was completely done, and I don't blame him. No one should. If someone's gonna be that fucking petty and try and take credit for something that they did not do whatsoever, then yeah, fuck them. But anywho, after that day, he finally gets the last parts of the apology down, and of course I have to carry it for him. And the one part that Psycho actually agreed with in the apology, the whole assumptions make an ass out of you and me.
I assumed the worst. You know what they say, assumptions make an ass out of you and me, but mostly me. Well, that part isn't wrong. Assumptions do make an ass out of us both.
Yeah, guess which one of us actually wrote that one? And the apology, it went over about as well as you'd expect. Nier especially wasn't going to have it. Psycho said he wanted to accept it, but he knew words alone weren't going to fix it. I had nothing to accept the apology for because I wasn't taking this seriously, like I said, and also there's just the simple fact that words alone aren't going to solve this shit. But after everyone made their rounds and saying how shit the apology was, I honestly thought this was over. Smash accepted that he wasn't going to be welcomed in this community anymore, and that he needed to fix himself right fucking now. And you'd think that'd be the end of it. It wasn't though. Because Psycho decided to make a stream about this. He was originally going to do a video, but he decided it just wasn't worth the effort. And I feel him. I've been putting off making the video because it was just so much bullshit, and I thought Smash would finally learn the lesson. I was dead fucking wrong. More wrong than anything I've ever been wrong on. And I was in the stream for a small bit, having a good time. Smash was, of course, giving me DMs about bullshit games I'm never going to play. And I thought about telling him again, but I decided, you know what? I played that card once already, and I knew it was only going to get worse from here if I did. Luckily, it did without me. Because once Smash found this stream, he decided to start deflecting over bullshit again. And at that point, Psycho was especially done with him being so petty over this bullshit. The drama got brought to Twitter one more time, with Nier and Psycho rightfully putting him in his place, and everyone just being so fed up with this bullshit. Zombie said it best, Smash's logic just hurts the brain. And I feel ya, I'm especially exhausted with it. And guess who decided to come to my DMs crying about it again? And at that point, I decided to make it very clear to him that I wasn't going to coddle him. He put himself into the same goddamn loop again, just to cry about it later. He of course tries excuses by saying, oh, maybe I'm just cursed like this. Everything I do, it all comes back to me in the end. So I put it into words for him. It's called you make excuses instead of listening to the feedback and try to argue and call it out on it. And from here I decided this was the final straw. I was definitely making a video now, because this has been going on for 2 fucking weeks at this point. And he swore he was going to listen to this video in particular, since he listened to my feedback on his fucking mic quality when he finally got an upgrade there. Then he of course tried changing the subject again, because of course what else would he do? But the thing that sealed the deal for me was the fact that not even an hour after this conversation happened, he decided to run to his channel and announce that he's got all these funny story times he's going to be doing. Because at the end of the day, this is all an attention stunt, and nothing more. He's hoping all this bullshit's eventually going to turn into some good clout for him, or that whenever someone does bring this to YouTube beyond a stream, that he can make his little video on it and try and cry wolf. And for that, Smash, fuck you. Genuinely, just go fuck yourself with a pineapple, I don't care anymore. I would say go pull a Game King, but that wouldn't make sense since he's decided to make a comeback already. And at this point, it doesn't matter if you do your funny story times on this absolute husk of a channel you got now, or if you start over fresh. You're gonna get the same views no matter what. So do us all a favor and delete this one, fuck off from the community, and never contact any of us again. We're all done. We tried helping you. We tried giving you the chance. And you blew it at every opportunity. And I'm all out of patience for you. And I guarantee you, he's already run to the comments to act all petty over this bullshit. Or he's gonna go cry to someone else and hope that they give him some sympathy. Either way, I'm done. So I'll talk to y'all later.